Look, I think I would be the nightmare client. My name is Daniel Berger. I'm a director of DeBuilt Property. I've been in the industry for decades, so I've had many years in all aspects of the property industry. I'm one of four siblings, and with my background in property and architecture, I drew the short straw when it came to looking for an apartment for our mother.
Danny called, we spoke on the phone, he asked me a lot of questions which I was able to answer, and then we booked in a time on a Sunday to meet. We met the family, we sat down with Danny's mum and Danny and really listened to what they were looking for. The Park Residences is built and developed by a company called Platinum Construction.
At first I thought Neil was part of the development team because they seemed to work very closely together. They were incredibly patient but also passionate in describing the project. It was a really positive first introduction to the project.
We are very open to customizing everything from internals to finishes and fixtures.
We focused on making sure the apartment worked for my mother, so essentially we were able to customise it and change rooms, walls, joinery, and that's where I was surprised that Niall did not get overly frustrated with us, because that is a laborious process.
The process isn't quick by any means. We really understand at 360 that you can't rush these things. This is a very personal and large purchase. We have the ability and the time to really make these perfect for our buyers. We want them to walk in and feel like they have been very heavily involved, and it's exactly what they wanted, and that's what we deliver.
You have this sense of full involvement in the product you're going to get.
It was multiple meetings, lots of emails, lots of architect plans back and forth. And at every stage, we were able to answer all his questions. With developers and buyers, it's almost like two different languages, and we're the translator.
There were certainly times where either I was a little bit cautious about either the pricing or where the product, where the process might go. And even when I expressed some reservation, there was never pressure. It was always, let's work through the process.
We're always setting the expectations every meeting. So, this is what we're going to talk about. This is where we're going to go next. This is what I would like to show you. And also about next steps. So we're always steering this in a line to get to that end process, which is a finished apartment and a signature.
His focus was to make sure we buy the apartment. I mean, that's what his job is. So he was always focused on making sure we did get it across the line, but would make sure as well that if we were veering off a little bit, he would bring us back on target. So whilst I appreciate the process, I know that he's working for the developer and he's going to make that sale work. It's been what I would consider a really open process and very accommodating, so you actually feel comfortable about what you're looking to purchase. That attitude is across his whole team, and Niall fits into that, I think, perfectly. He's positive, respectful, absolutely respectful in a process like this. And actually you feel that he's working for you almost, as opposed to on the developer side. And to the point that my mother feels that she's getting an apartment that she's designed.
Word of mouth is so strong, and we have a really good success story with one buyer that's going to generate more. And that's something that our developers really appreciate. With Danny, it was a really enjoyable experience. We met many times and we were able to sign the contract, and now we're in the process of building his mum's apartment.
I'd have no problem recommending 360 to any project or developer. I've known of their reputation for years, and they know their product, they know how to sell the product, and having seen it now from a purchaser side, I can absolutely recommend them.